Wuthering Waves released a developer note that got me really excited. So I want to go over that today. It's essentially what we're getting in version 1.1, but there's so much like quality of life things and just general upgrades and new stuff that it feels like more than just a special program with new characters or new content. First, of course, I do want to talk about the new stuff we're getting in version 1.1. Firstly, a new map called Mount Firmament. Just from this one picture alone, it does look super cool. The cold, icy atmosphere with the colorful trees. I just think it looks really nice. First up, we do have some new resonators, starting with Jinshi here. No real information about her besides this icon here, which indicates she is a Spectro character. We'll also be getting Chongli. I really like her design. And as you might guess, she is a fusion type based on this icon. Signature weapon for Jinshi. I am actually pretty surprised she is a broad blade user, to be honest. I would figure more like just a normal sword, but that would actually be Chongli. She is in fact a normal sword user. We got Blazing Brilliance here. Again, looks super nice. Main story will also be continuing here. We'll also have a Chongli companion quest. Also, this should be exciting for everyone. We're going to be getting new echoes, and echoes in this game are completely free to farm. So I'm going to assume this is some sort of Spectro set maybe. It looks more Glacio, but neither of the new characters are Glacio. I would have actually thought Jinshi is, but based on that icon, that's definitely Spectro. I'm not going to talk about the echoes too much because it would just be speculation. We do have some more down here that couldn't fit on screen. I would bet that the Sentinel Jue here is a cost 4 for sure. New cost 4s are always exciting because it is usually the main echo of a build and it can change certain things with rotations. We will also have several new events, 2 of them for the new area, an exploration and photo collecting event. I've never been a massive fan of photo taking events, to be honest, but maybe it's some people's cup of tea. What is definitely more my cup of tea is new Depths of Elusive Realm. I really like this content. I actually wasn't totally sure if Depths of Elusive Realm was permanent content or not, but I'm assuming it is because they are updating it now. Tactical Simulacra, battle event, and Lolo campaign, which is, I'm not sure. It's probably gonna be one of those small casual events, but yeah, I can't really see any details here. New characters, areas, weapons, and events are cool. Jinshi and Chongli do look really nice, but what I'm more interested in is the actual game-changing stuff. And that's what we're gonna be talking about now. First up, we got the new tuner synthesis feature. Basically, this will allow you to transform all your lower grade tuner materials into the higher grade tuner materials. From this screenshot they provided, it looks like for every 5 purples you throw in, you get 1 gold. Previously, once you got out of early game and you were no longer raising purple echoes, these things were completely useless. And now you can just turn them into gold tuners, so that's really cool. They do say in the following text, you will be able to synthesize a certain number of medium to advanced tuners into higher grade tuners. What they mean by that, and if there's going to be a certain limit on it or a certain limit per day or week, I'm not sure yet. They don't go into details, but no matter what, it's better than what we have now, which is nothing. Next up, we'll be getting some Union XP for unlocking new echo entries. I imagine for most players, we're just going to get a big chunk of Union XP once version 1.1 drops. All this Union XP will go in the mail though, so make sure to check that when version 1.1 drops. Next up, we'll be getting higher cost echoes when we do our daily quest and get those 100 activity points. Now it'll only be cost 3 and cost 4. This might be a weird take, but I would have preferred only having cost 3 echoes because I find they are by far the hardest. They have the most main stats and they're not infinitely respawnable like cost 4s. Next up, another exciting one. They're going to be raising the databank level cap. Currently the max is 20 and you can get that once you hit Union level 40. After the update, they're going to raise the cap to 21, which means every echo you absorb will be guaranteed to be 5-star rarity. They don't say what Union level you need for this. I'm going to guess still level 40 for now, but it could be level 50. We'll see once the version drops. There'll be some new sections in the new map Mount Firmament where you can transform into one of the new echoes and do some puzzles. We also do have some miscellaneous optimizations like removed tacit field reward collection animation. As someone who does do way too many tacit fields, this is pretty nice. I never understood why it was like that, but it's just like 10 seconds where you can't do anything except watch the same animation over and over. So it might seem like a small thing, but I'm really happy they're removing that. They're also lowering the shell credit cost for echo leveling. Anything that lowers shell credit cost is good, especially having just hit 50. As a side note, I totally forgot to grab my level 50 level bundle in my last video talking about what happens when you reach level 50, but it is actually pretty cracked, 400 tuners. And finally, they're making the Cruise Wing challenge easier. I think this is mainly for mobile players because when I'm playing on keyboard and mouse, it's literally no problem at all. Next up, we have some extra details about the coming changes to Depths of Elusive Realm, the new area, shops, etc. First up, the new Depths of Elusive Realm. We're going to have new mechanics such as tokens, symphony rank, and different mimetic tunings. And the total astrites you can get from this has been upgraded to 1,000, so that's pretty nice. We talked about the new area events, the photo taking, and the exploration, so I'm not going to cover that again. In the oscillated coral store, which is the less valuable corals that you get while summoning, they've upgraded this store so that you can buy 7 of each of the various summon tickets: Radiant Tides, Forging Tides, and Lustrous Tides. We'll also be getting other special events like a 7-day login event, the other events we talked about earlier, Lolo Campaign and Tactical Simulacra, and a couple double drop events for leveling material and echoes. So that sounds really nice as well. We'll also have a new map exploration system. Essentially, we'll have a layered map now, but only specifically for Mount Firmament for now, because there's a lot of work that goes into making layered maps. We'll also be getting new area quest progress, so you can track your progress on certain exploration quests that have to do specifically with the area. This would have been very helpful for me early on because I was trying to go to places that were still inaccessible because I hadn't done a certain quest and I wasn't aware of that. So a nice change for new players. And also, as they add more maps like Mount Firmament, it's a good change for everyone. Another one I'm personally really excited about: expanded detection range for Loot Mapper. This is how I do 90% of my chest farming. I don't use an interactive map when possible. To me personally, it feels more like work and less like fun using an interactive map. I really wish they would upgrade the Loot Mapper to show everything collectible like an interactive map does, so that I could solely rely on that pretty much. But yeah, the circle will be bigger. By how much, they don't say, but any biggerness is better. Next, we have quest and gallery system. Not as exciting for me personally. We have a Resonator gallery feature where you can check all the Resonators you unlocked and their unlock time in the gallery. Pretty much same thing for story dialogue. You can check all the dialogues of completed main quest and companion stories in gallery as well. Another good change for new players: level requirements lowered for some main quests. At Union level 11, you can go all the way up to Chapter 1 Act 6. They'll also be increasing the number and variety of daily quests we can do to get the activity points, very much like Star Rail did a bit ago. That's always nice. Should make daily quests easier and faster, even though I feel like they are already pretty easy and fast. But the easier and faster for something so repetitive like that, the better. They're going to be adding combat style tags to categorize the combat mechanics of different Resonators, so you can have a better idea at a glance which Resonator does what and what their main roles are. The chat box will be displayed at a half screen height after the version 1.1 update. I don't know if that's a good change or not, actually. I kind of liked it tucked away down there in the corner, but I guess we'll see. Controller mode interaction optimizations. I don't play with a controller, but my girlfriend Bones does, and there are some really nice things here for controller users. You can now invert the horizontal and vertical camera controls if you're more used to that. The big ones are these next two though. Change the controller mode shortcut key. Open chat is now open map. What Bones does now is just hit the M key on her keyboard that's in front of her. There is a kind of convoluted shortcut in game which she would probably get used to if she had no choice, but with this change now she can just press the center button and map. So that's pretty nice. And finally, we are a PlayStation household, but PlayStation controllers didn't have all the remapping options that Xbox did, and now that's getting fixed. But yeah, some very nice changes there, and we're going to be getting all this in about a week on June 28th. Obviously, of course, looking forward to the new characters, but some of those changes sounded really hype. So let me know what you think about them though in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks as always for watching, and until next time.